Hello, and welcome to Matt's Mission Marine, your home for my take on boats, waterways, and some interesting conversations with the boating community along the way. Let's strap on those life vests and get started. Mission 2, Harris Lake, North Carolina. Hello, on today's mission, we're at Harris Lake in North Carolina. We'll be talking about the fishing out here at Harris Lake, why the fishing is so good. We'll be discussing the facilities, the boat ramps, the parking, the ease of use out here at Harris Lake. They do have 2 boat launching locations, and we'll be covering both of those for you today. I do want to take a minute and go through some really important information, some educational information about the lake out here, about Harris Lake. Harris Lake is a reservoir. It's located here in New Hill, North Carolina, which it spans from Wake County into Chatham County. So if you know anything about the area, that kind of gives you a little bit of information about where it's located at. It is a special use lake. It is the source and outlet of the cooling water for Shearon Harris Nuclear Power Plant. The lake is a very good size, allows you to get out here and do anything you'd like to do. It's 4,100 acres is what it covers. Construction on it began in 1978 and was completed in 1983. It's a nice deep lake. It averages 18 feet deep and goes up to about 60 foot depending on what the lake level is at that day. Park hours out here is open Monday through Sunday. Starts at 8 a.m. until the sun goes down, until sunset. There are 2 boat launches out here. The one I'm at right now is Cross Point, and the other one is called Holloman's Cross. Let's take a minute and talk about boat ramp etiquette. Most of the time I try to go ahead and prep and get my boat prepared before I get out to the lake. However, that's not always feasible. Sometimes, you got to do some last minute prep work before you launch your boat when you get out to the boat ramp. So what I suggest to do and what I like to do is just pull off to the side, find somewhere that's out of the way. Pull off to the side, go ahead and load all your equipment, get your boat ready, have all your safety equipment on board. Once you do that, then you can get in line for the boat ramp. Just wait your turn, just be watchful of the docks and the piers and the other boats as you're doing that. Once you're able to back down the boat ramp and go ahead and get launched, go ahead and tie your boat off. Go ahead and move your tow vehicle and get it parked and try to head on back down to your boat and enjoy your day out on the lake. Here at Harris Lake, they actually have a separate dock where you can tie your boat off to. So once you launch your boat, you can pull your boat around, set it up, tie it off at that boat dock, and then you can go back and move your tow vehicle, and that way you're not blocking the docks that are right here at the ramp. Now I usually recommend to travel with 2 people when you go out on the boat, minimum 2 people. That way you got someone that can move the boat around while you're parking the tow vehicle. One additional note I did want to bring to you guys. When you come out here to Harris Lake, you're going to notice there are no bathroom facilities at the boat ramps. So if that's something you need to take care of before you get here, make a pit stop. I do want to take a minute talk to you about some of my experiences I've had out here on Harris Lake. Now, I haven't been to this lake as much as some of the other bodies of water that I'm going to be covering in our missions going forward. But I can tell you a story about the first time that we came out to Harris Lake. I was just a young kid. My brother and I were with our dad. We were coming out here. It was mid to late 80s. You know, right after the lake had gotten finished being built. And back then, when you pulled into the boat ramp, there was only one. And there was a small, narrow, windy dirt road you had to go down. And the turnoff for the boat ramp was also another dirt road that wasn't marked. Well, we drove right past it since it wasn't a marking. And when we got down to the end of that road, it came to a dead end, nowhere to turn around. And there we are in a 1976 Buick LeSabre, a 18-foot long boat behind that huge car. And it took us a solid 45 minutes to an hour to get that thing turned around and back out and out to the ramp. The good news for you today is the facilities out here are extremely well marked. Everything is paved. It's a really nice place to come out and enjoy a day on the boat, whether you're skiing, wakeboarding, tubing, or fishing. I do want to take a minute and talk to you guys about what Harris Lake is most well known for, and that's a fishing destination. They have some outstanding bass fishing out here, black crappie, bluegill, several different species of catfish can be found out here. This lake has been listed as a top 4 lake for bass fishing and has consistently since 2017 been listed in the top 10 best lakes here in the southeast. Today out here at Harris Lake, Ron, tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from and how long have you been fishing Harris Lake?
Well, I actually recently just got back into freshwater fishing.
Okay.
Originally from Virginia on the coast, grew up saltwater fishing with my old man. Hit the lake a couple of times, but never really got into freshwater.
Right.
But my children, they were saying, "Hey, Daddy, we want to go fishing." I'm like, "Well, I don't know how to freshwater fish, so let me get out here and start learning." But I guess you could say about late May, early mid-June, I started fishing Shearon Harris.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Back in that corner over there, I don't know if you can see, it kind of dips back in the little cove over there right before this little tree that's falling down.
Uh-huh.
Well, back to the right there, I caught a nice, about 3.5-pound bass. It was actually my first largemouth.
Very nice.
Then I went on one of the nature trails over at Shearon Harris Park, and there was a little spot I found, and I just cast out. This was last week, and ended up getting me about an 8-pounder.
Very nice.
Absolutely. Yes, sir.
Absolutely. And you say you caught a catfish today right underneath the pier here, huh?
Yes, sir. Right on the side here, which is a little. I had my crappie rig set up, trying to get some nice crappies, and ended up getting a nice catfish instead, using that shrimp right there.
Very nice.
A little homemade concoction of garlic and some other herbs and spices.
Well, you don't have to give away your secrets now.
Oh no, look, I'm not telling you everything now. I'm just saying garlic and herbs and spices. I'm not going to tell you what the power punch is.
There you go. That's the good thing about catfish, though, is that they got a good sense on them, and they'll come to that flavor you put out there for them.
Absolutely, absolutely. But these catfish in this part of the lake they're a little iffy. You know, sometimes my little Walmart stink bait will work. Put that on the treble hook and snatch them right out the water left and right. Sometimes they prefer larger minnows, but you know, I'm balling on a budget, so I can't keep buying minnows all the time.
I understand that.
Yeah.
Understand that.
But, yeah, all these fish really are picky. Usually the bass are early morning, late evening, a few hours before sunset. Catfish, they're variable. You know, you might get them late at night biting left and right. You might get them early in the morning, midday. And the crappie, don't get me started on those guys. I haven't figured out the magic sauce for those guys yet.
They're a little more elusive, huh?
They are. They really are, because they can, know, they can be deep down, because about where those pylons are, it's about 10 to 12 feet.
Right.
So they can be anywhere from 4 feet below the surface or dead smack near the bottom. But you got cables out there, so you got to be very careful when you're casting out that pressure.
Yeah. This lake is the cooling source for Shearon Harris nuclear power plant, which allows it to stay warm year round. The temperature of the water out here rarely gets below 50 degrees, which allowed the bass to get extremely large. Most recently, this lake was on the 2019 Major League Fishing Bass Pro Tour. I hope everyone was able to enjoy and appreciate the content that I brought you today here at Harris Lake in central North Carolina. If you haven't had a chance to, I do have another video out there on a lake here in central North Carolina. Please check it out. I'm going to put a link to it here at the end of the video. Also, don't forget about the subscribe button right down here. Go ahead and click that for me. If you like my content, give me a thumbs up. Everyone have a great day and safe boating to you.